Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm ClolyMoly here with my sister Courtney.
Hello!
We took a small break between the episodes. It's still the same day, but we took a small break, so we're back at it now.
Trying to remember.
Oh yeah, we were going to put the floppy disk in the computer. Oh, it's already in there, we just need to put the password.
It's,
Cocoa Crinkle.
Yep.
That's not your litter box, Pegasus. He's scratching on just one of my drawers next to the litter box, like he's trying to cover something up, but he's not accomplishing anything. he's very confused. Stuff to do. JR is hounding me to get this done, but I can't keep all of them straight. The headphones will help me figure out what is playing in the display. Okay.
If you're hearing a loud banging sound, that is her cat.
I definitely know that the following match.
Still the narrations.
Yeah, we stuff to remember. Dots, bars, and gods. 0 looks like a turtle shell, but no turtle. 1 dot equals 1, 2 dots equals 2, 1 bar equals 5. So 2 bars equals 2 times 5, or 10. Picture this. Each dot is, well, we already did that. I guess we were supposed to find it from here, but I didn't realize. Stuff to forget. System login, S-June. System password, space baby.
Alright, so now we know the login for that.
Simple quizzes. I can't figure out the answer to the level 2 question about the matchmaker, and Henrik isn't speaking to me right now. He's way too touchy about that old ham radio. So either I'm blind as a bat and can't find the exhibit that has the answer, or we just never put it in. Details. Joanna is no help on this, so I'll have to wait for a horde of visitors getting very frustrated with this question once we open the museum. I'll let Henrik deal with the trauma. Came up with a great question for level 3, but Henrik hates it. Once I get some time, I'll make an exhibit for this. Just don't know where I can get my hands on one. I wonder if Joanna will spring a trip for me to go down to Guatemala. Well, what do you plan to do? Stuff to work on. The demise of an ancient Maya drought. Plague or UFO? Why and how did Maya civilization disappear so quickly? Maya were sophisticated astronomers. Were they trying to achieve space level? Great Amerindian civilizations like the Maya and Inca believed to have contact with extraterrestrials. Were the temples actually control towers? Research, 20th C Artist Manual Mendoza and the spaceship motif. Research claims that Maya disappearance on Earth was due to departure for other worlds. Research claims that many flying saucers sighted today are being piloted by Maya elders. Wow. He, like we said, he's a character. But point is, we have the password, which I'm pretty sure was the thing we actually needed. And also, can we not go to the hospital? Are you wanting up there, Pegasus? Here, let me help you. Cat is such a butt. Another maze game.
Oh my goodness. I had enough of this with Message in a Haunted Mansion.
I was gonna say secrets in a haunted mansion first. No, that's not right. So now we should probably start telling stories to entertain people. Otherwise, they're just gonna be bored watching us walk through a maze.
Yeah. So start with your storytelling.
Okay. Storytelling time. Let's see. What's a good story to tell? Oh, I know, because this is one that I thought of recently, like a couple days ago, actually. Not a big deal. But so here's a story from our childhood as we were growing up. So, my sister growing up was always the most mischievous one out of the three of us. My brother was more like, I don't know, he wasn't like completely innocent, but he was just very adamant on, you know, specific things, which made him very difficult to deal with. The most thing I was adamant with as a child was just not doing math homework. I hated math, still hate math, I suck at math. So, when we were kids, my sister had the idea to lock our brother outside in the backyard to see how long he could live out there without our mom knowing that he was living in our backyard, which she knew he was out there the whole time. We found out a little bit later. But because she was like, oh, I was wondering when you were going to come in, Christopher, when he finally came back in. Because, as you can imagine, he didn't last the whole day. So, as we have him blocked outside, me and my sister had this big window with, it didn't have a screen on it, like, attached to our, you know, bedroom that led to the backyard. So we were going to feed him snacks through that window so that way he could survive. And it was like all secretive and, you know, no one was supposed to know about it. So he comes up to the window saying, oh, guys, I'm hungry. And so we're like, okay, we got you. So my sister goes and grabs like a slice of bread and our dog's chicken jerky treats for him to eat. And we still need to finish the other quiz.
Maybe he's out of the hospital then.
But, or we're supposed to be able to visit the hospital by talking to Joanna. So basically, it was at that point that my brother just, you know, just gave up on the concept of trying to live in the backyard for a couple days. And, he came back inside. Well, my sister didn't understand what the problem was because, no, but there's nothing wrong with it. The dogs eat them. It should be tasty. It's chicken. And so that is my story of how my sister tried to feed our brother regular bread and dog treats through our back window.
See, one of these days when we have enough of a fan base or people who just
fan base
or people who enjoy watching our videos, if we ever get to slow points, just ask us questions and then we'll come, you know, we'll be able to tell stories during the slow moments and be like, hey, I noticed.
You're asking questions about this.
And then that could be a story.
First the Pakal carving is stolen, and now my star glyph man bumps his head and forgets his own name? What's next, Nancy? Del Rio pulls the plug on the monolith. The board clams up on my funding. My mother posts my old prom pictures on the internet.
Oh, yeah, that is scary.
We do seem to be on shaky footing, don't we?
What I need from you right now is action, not commentary, Nancy. Will you follow up with the hospital and see if there's anything we can do to get Henrik's marbles back?
I'll call right away.
You can also pick up Henrik's mail if he gets any. Keep the lab in order and just try to help me keep the entire museum from going up in smoke.
I've got work to do.
Carpe diem.
Okay. No. Dragon head on the floor.
It's locked.
I'm not gonna jump on the keyboard like y'all always
It's
do.
locked.
I know where Henrik keeps his mail.
You have voicemail. Press 0 to...
Someone loves
This message is for Nancy Drew. Hi, Nancy. This is Nurse Bluefoot calling from Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial Hospital in regards to Henrik Vanderheun. I believe you're a colleague of his? Since Mr. Vanderheun was admitted, he has repeated your name several times in states of semi-consciousness. As we've been unable to contact any of his family members, we're hoping you might be willing to act as Henrik's support person as he begins the difficult process of restoring his memory. Please call me as soon as possible to discuss this. My direct line is 202-555-4000. Thank you.
To replay messages, press 0.
He keeps
Press
repeating
9 for an outside
Nancy
line.
Drew.
Yeah. Was
Why?
he in love with us?
That's a little creepy.
I think he might have been in love with us. Let's see. 202-555-4000. Oh, okay. Come on, try that again.
You have...
Okay.
This is Nurse Bluefoot.
Nurse Bluefoot? This is Nancy Drew.
Why
You left
are
me
you
a
like
message
Bigfoot?
regarding
Are you
Henrik
some kind of legendary
Vanderheun.
monster,
How is
except
he?
instead of 2
Nancy
feet, you have
Drew.
blue feet?
Oh,
This is
thank
Nurse-
goodness.
Nurse
Oh, I'm
Yellowtail.
so relieved.
Yellowtail.
We've been unable to locate any family members, and we do like amnesia patients to have at least one
like
personal
amnesia
support
patients.
person
Well, that's
when
good
they
to know.
begin reality orientation.
Can you explain the amnesia?
Henrik is suffering from an acute case of post-traumatic retrograde amnesia. At the moment, he is unable to recall even the most basic autobiographical facts, from his name and address to his birthday and shoe size. He can't access the details of his personal history or events leading up to his accident.
Has he lost his memory for good?
Henrik has not actually lost his memory. It's just that his brain is injured in such a way that he can't access the place where the memories are stored.
So, how does he regain access to the storage place?
First, we do repetitive memory exercises to help
is why
Henrik
I'm not a
relearn
doctor,
the
folks.
basic facts like his name and address, the name of his parakeet, if he has one, the date, and so on. Second, we try to stimulate Henrik's sensory memories in order to help trigger or
Well,
find the
okay,
way
since it's
back
acute,
to
then that means
his
it's able- it's
cognitive
curable,
memories.
So,
Where do I come in?
You can't help Henrik remember his childhood, but you
can't help
can
Henrik.
probably help him remember
I just
his
called to
work.
let you know how
And who
helpless you
knows
are.
where
It's
that
okay.
will take him. All
What can you
roads
do?
lead to Rome,
Nothing.
as they
You
say.
can
One
do
great tool
nothing.
is the Reality Orientation Board. This is a place to post information and pictures for the patient to look at over a period of time. You may want to bring in images or photos to place on the board. Things from the museum, perhaps.
Is Henrik awake right now?
Not at the moment. We're keeping him under close observation.
When do you think he'll be out of intensive care?
Once he's out of the danger zone, we'll move him over to neurology.
This has been most informative, Nurse Bluefoot. Please tell Henrik he'll have a visitor very soon.
Will do. Visiting hours are 10 to 4 every day, if the patient is not engaged in treatment and if he seems stable.
Great. Is there anything else?
Just remember, Henrik's
telling me
brain
there's
has
a
been
chance I
knocked
can come
around
during
like a
those
peanut
hours.
in its shell. He may
be
have
able to do my
attention
damn job.
difficulties, headaches, anxiety. Sometimes he may seem giddy, too. We need to keep these conditions in check. Don't push him too hard, or he may have some kind of meltdown.
Well, the last thing we want is a meltdown. I'll go easy on him.
Bye-bye.
Mom. Do I have any new things to do? Nope. Still the same old, same old. Okay. Said check his mail, but where? Now. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Got the double sneezes. Can I check his mail on the radio?
hospice.
We're not the hospice. That's where you go to die. But Zope is not in hospice.
They're electrocuted and spread back.
You just put that in yourself.
I know, so
That means it's true.
that means it was said. Maybe not by him, but by me.
What should I post here?
Everything.
Yeah.
I have children. That's nice to know.
My allergies include these things.
You look familiar. Is it time for my snack?
Henrik, it's me, Nancy. You're looking very well. I'm here to help with your memory exercises so you can come back to Beach Hill as soon as possible.
Beach
I
Hill?
don't see any of us. Oh, are you already bringing me snacks?
Beach Hill is a museum here in Washington, D.C. Before your accident, you were working there on some important Maya glyph translations. Do you remember anything about that project?
I don't even remember my own birthday. So if you're here to squeeze me for details, you're wasting your time.
You're right.
Actually,
I'll start
Nurse
the
Bluefoot thinks
electrocution
with
process.
regular visits, I may be able to help you get your memory back more quickly.
How, pray tell, do you intend to do that?
I'll visit, we'll talk. Sometimes I'll bring you pictures.
Pictures? Well, isn't this nice?
Come on, Henrik. You'll feel much better once things start coming back to you. I've got a picture with me if you'd like to give it a try.
Fine, I'll do it.
Great. These are Maya glyphs, like the ones you used to translate. Now, don't be upset if you don't know how to read them anymore. I can tell you what they mean.
I know what they mean, dear. I wrote them.
Take it easy, Henrik. I know you're well renowned in your field. You don't need to prove anything. The magician suffers yellow death. Do you think that's a curse?
Your translator is sloppy. I should know. I am the author of the original work.
You don't agree with the translation?
That first glyph is the fool, not the magician. Furthermore, any decent epigrapher knows those glyphs refer to the infamous plague of oozing hives. A fitting curse for a fool, don't you think? I rather like it.
Henrik, this note was found at a crime scene. Are you telling me you left it there?
I don't remember.
Oh, of course.
Wow, that's very
The
convenient.
Pakal carving is priceless and irreplaceable. If you stole it, this is your opportunity to come clean and return it to the museum.
Who in the world is Pakal? Oh, my head. Oh, the pressure. I can't take any more today, Nancy.
Okay, it's time for some memory therapy.
He died on
Nancy,
me. I'm
could you
sorry,
come back
I started
tomorrow?
the electrocution process a little early and he died. Why are you doing that?
Okay, so we need some pictures and stuff. Peekaboo.
Need something?
Girl.
I need to show Henrik a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Check with Sinclair.
I've got work to do.
Go
Like
to
checking
it.
with Sinclair, like you told me to do. Isn't that great? What are we looking for? Let's see if there's like any pictures like
We gotta go check with Sinclair.
yeah. But she also said to look through the dude's mail.
Try looking around this area. Maybe there's like a little mailbox or something.
Mailbox,
Or at the
mailbox. Tell me your secrets. trash can? Is it in her office?
Stop stealing mail.
I know you did it! You think me a fool?
Need something?
I've got work to do.
Like,
Bye.
what's the freaking mail? Is it in this plant? It's probably in that plant. You can't hide from me. It's not a mail. Well, I guess I might as well just go talk to Sinclair.
Maybe he has all the mail.
Yeah, just hidden. He's like sitting on it.
I decided to add it to this. It goes exquisitely with this shark hanging off of it.
Plot twist. Sinclair's Poppy Dada.
It is, I'm telling you.
Boy, I don't doubt that. I'm just...
Any news?
I need a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Joanna took the official print for her insurance claim, but I have a couple extras. Here you go.
What did you think?
Keep up the good work.
I looked over
Any
and I
news?
thought for some reason, because I've seen the back of his chair and his head, and I didn't look down like any further than that. I was like, did he just take his shirt off? And apparently, nope, that shirt's still there. Okay, I'm just my eyes are
There was
really
an incident at the museum. Henrik is in the hospital with a head injury.
Wow, that
Poor
really
Henrik.
escalated to
Another
next
squabble
level.
between him and Joanna, perhaps? Oh, I'm kidding, but I do remember the time she threatened to push him in the pond. Temper, temper, I'm always telling her.
Temper. He has a suspicious
I'd
voice,
better
I
get going.
Bye now.
Well, anyone who
Any
is a
news?
fan
I'd
of
better
a
get
piece of art
going.
with a
Bye
shark
now.
I thought you were
on
gonna
it.
say a piece of crab.
Well, it is basically the same thing. I get the feeling he's behind it. I don't really remember too much of it, but just after seeing his face, I'm like, it has to be him. He's got a suspicious face.
Well, and he has suspicious especially to that news. He's just like, he's trying to throw suspicion off onto Joanna, and I don't like it.
Buenos dias.
Have you heard? Henrik Vanderheun fell off the pyramid at the museum. He's in the hospital with a mysterious head injury.
That is terrible news. I hope it's not too serious.
Do you know what cinnabar is?
The red powder that the Maya used? Sure, I know it. They use it at Beach Hill too, do they not?
Cinnabar was used to make the red handprint that was left at the scene of the Pakal theft.
What is your point?
Joanna said the museum didn't have any, but the supplier said she ordered some last week.
Have you called the police?
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Of course. Sister Joanna couldn't possibly be a thief now, could she?
I should get back to the museum.
Goodbye.
Well, I should get going. I'm glad to have this moment where you yelled at me. It was fun for everyone, so bye. Okay. Back to Beach Hill.
Why back there? Why not back to the...
I'm gonna talk to you.
We can't read the freaking piece of paper. What do we expect-wise?
Grim ghosts come out to terrorize.
Papers. Key.
Oh, to the cabinet in the laboratory. Let me look at the things. Here we go. Ship. Okay. Let's see.
Invoice.
Excavation site, Mexico. I don't think it's Joanna because I feel like that'd be too obvious, you know?
Yeah, I don't think it's her either.
Who knew one piece of jade could have so much history?
Well, that was important.
It didn't look like that much. I think you said it. Okay, let's go look in that file cabinet. Maybe that's where his mail is.
It's locked. It's locked.
No?
It's locked.
Cultural Center.
Try it over there. That looks like mail. Or the other room.
What, the storage room?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Well,
Oh, we need to close that.
of course. Why wouldn't we? Why was it glowing red under there if I couldn't look under the table? You would think that would be where mail would be kept. No one's being helpful. Nothing's being helpful. Everything is specifically unhelpful right now. And then after that, we can. I'm gonna hear their hint again about like ordering stuff. Excuse me.
Hello?
It's me again.
Nancy Drew, you will never guess who the cat just dragged in.
Who?
Frank
Frank
and
and
Joe
Joe!
Hardy.
You're kidding. I
love
haven't
Hardy
talked to
Boys.
those two in
Joe
months.
is the
Let
best,
me
you
tell
guys.
you, they're as cute as ever. George and I were just telling them about your latest case, and, judging by the way they're hovering around me at the moment, I think they want to say hello.
Sure, put them on.
Hi, Nancy, it's Frank.
Frank Hardy, what in the world are you doing in River Heights?
Well, Joe and I just finished up a case out west, and we're taking a
How'd
few
you meet
days to
them
drive
soon?
back to Bayport.
No
So we
clue,
stopped
but
in
I'm
River
glad
Heights
that
to
you
say
did.
hello to our favorite girls.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you.
We should have known you'd be out there chasing trouble.
Joe, is that you?
The one and only. How's it going, Nancy?
Oh, just knee-deep in another case. You know the feeling.
Do we ever? There's one around every corner, isn't there?
You can say that again.
There's one around every corner, isn't there?
All right, Joe. Cheeky as ever, I see.
It's the secret of my irresistible charm.
Oh, brother. Listen, Nancy, we're taking off again tomorrow. But if you want to talk shop about this case, why don't you give us a call on the car
Yes.
phone?
Yes.
The number
we're
is
calling them now. They probably have better advice anyway, 'cause they're actual detectives, unlike
975-3393.
our friends.
Sounds great. I'll do that.
Go get him, Nancy.
Good luck.
And they just instantly okay. 1 9
If you have a chance to talk to the Hardy Boys,
always do it.
do it. Joe will always give you a pleasant laugh.
And then they'll most likely give you some pretty good advice.
Frank and Joe Hardy, taking the mist out of mystery. Joe here.
That's pretty cute, Joe. Can you come up with a slogan for me, too?
Hey, Nancy. Hold on while I put you on speakerphone. You still there?
Yep.
Hi, Nancy. You got access to both of our brilliant minds now. So how's the case coming along?
This investigation
Okay.
is stalling. Any thoughts on how to get it back in gear?
I don't know, Nancy.
Me neither.
Wow.
Talk to you later, fellas.
See ya.
That was a
Let us
laugh.
know how it's
Tom
going.
actually let us down. Well, at least we know they're there. Alright, so we'll end this episode here. But we'll hopefully get something done in the next episode. Well, we got something done in this episode. I say that like every episode that nothing got done. We didn't beat the game. If that's what you were expecting. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think. Leave suggestions for other games you want us to play, stuff like that. And we will try and listen to those suggestions. Unless the suggestion is stay mode.
We're just doing a lot of Nancy Drew because it's what I have, really.
Yeah, it's what we have. So see you guys later.